All right guys, so right now we're at the bottom of GMR and we're about to do a hill climb and show you guys a little review of one of the most popular canyons here in California by far, in my opinion, which is GMR, also known as Glendora Mountain Road, in between the city of Glendora and the city of Azusa. So we're gonna take the Miata that we have right here. This is the car that we're gonna go up the canyon. Anyone that's new to the channel, this is something new that we've been doing, is canyon reviews with Project Miata, which basically was a build for Project Miata to run in the canyons. So internally, everything's pretty much stock other than a Jackson Racing intake. We're running Rota Grid Vs, Federal 959 RSRR. Super grippy tires, but in the rain, they're the worst tires I've ever had in my life. But that's a given because these are made for track and on dry conditions, not really in the rain. So basically what we do here is we'll drive to different canyons and do some different shots and film it pretty cool with exhaust sounds, and give you a little bit of tips about how the canyon feels so you can get a view of it. I'll give you like a brief description of where it's at so you guys can figure it out. So if you guys want to come and check it out. But the most important thing I want you guys to follow that I show you this is don't cross lanes. Yeah, there's sometimes where you're gonna cross lanes when there's a view for about at least 20 car lengths, but try to stay in your lane because it's very dangerous. Not only you can kill yourself, you can kill somebody else, which is worse if you survive, because then you'll have to do jail time. So that being said, let's get to it. And like I said before, I'm not gonna run it hard on the way up because I don't know the conditions. It's been snowing, it's been raining, there's been holes, so I want to see what's up there, make sure there's no missing road. So I'm gonna take it chill, and plus we have a lot of bikers up here. We'll come back down and then I'll set the camera outside and we'll run it kind of hard. So I want to give you some tips as you run the canyon. First thing, when you're running up in the canyons, don't cross lanes. Another thing is, let me talk about steering. So you want to keep your hands like basically in this position like they're glued. You don't want to move them at all. The reason why you don't want to move them is because if you do like this and you're going like this is called shuffle steering. When you're shuffling the steering wheel around like this, you don't want to do that. You want to stay like this, like your hands are glued to the car and you can't move them. Why do you want to do this, you'll ask? Well, this is the professional way of driving a car through road racing or in a canyon. The reason why is it locks your hands. Like, look, I'm gonna take a turn, it kind of locks them. So it doesn't really let me be so violent with the steering. The less violent you can be with the steering, the better, because you don't mess up the car's chemistry of going left to right and everything switching. Oh, we have a cop here. So we got to slow down here. See, I don't know what's going on. I think someone really got hurt because I saw a helicopter, so they're airlifting somebody. I don't know what happened. I hope they're okay. So anyways, so up ahead we have some more bike guys. The road's looking clean. It's not dirty like normal. I would imagine there'd be a lot more dirt up here since it's been raining like crazy. So you want to keep your steering like this. You don't want to move it. Here comes another one. Be slow. You don't want to move your steering too much. You want to keep it in this position as best as possible. Like I said before, the reason why is because like this doesn't let you be violent. If I'm shuffle steering and doing this, look at the car, it just starts to move when I'm starting to shift. And I'm like, oh, and then go this way. That's shuffle steering. That's like very amateur. You don't want to do that. You want to keep your hands stuck like this. And the car is not as violent. It's not, the suspension's not getting all jerked around and making the car want to either understeer or oversteer. And in the turn, you always want to go on a load. Never shift through a turn. That's the worst thing you can do. Always go into load. And what I mean is, usually here at GMR, you want to go in second gear through a turn like that. You rev match and hold your throttle. And then the exit, you punch it. This is mostly second gear canyon. If you have a high horsepower car, you'll get in third gear, no problem. Like I took the Evo 10 here when we featured I think his name was Kevin. Sorry if I get your name wrong, but I believe it was Kevin, the guy that drove down all the way from Sacramento. He brought his A86, and he was, I tow-gated him, but I did have my camera equipment, all that, and he just kicked my ass up here. I was in my Evo. My Evo has 400 horsepower, actually 350 horsepower on a Mustang dyno, and on a dyno jet, it's about 400 horsepower, and he was just kicking my butt. Because this is all about balance and low horsepower. Because the Evo is just scary up here. It's super scary. But GMR, Glendora Mountain Road, is located in California. I believe it's like borderline Glendora, obviously Glendora, but in between Glendora and Azusa. And you can go through both sides. The most popular way to come up this canyon is coming up Azusa Canyons and then going to East Fork and then getting here to GMR. I'm gonna say for like the Japanese car scene, for the JDM scene or the Japanese car scene, GMR is by far the most famous canyon in all California. Even in San Diego, like people in San Diego commute to come out to GMR, at least back in the days, and I'm pretty sure they still do. But like I said, this is one of the greatest canyons up here. This is kind of weird. I haven't been here in a while since we shot with Kevin, actually. Or his name's not Kevin. His name was actually Carl. I'm sorry, guys. But God, I forget how fun this canyon is. And we're getting to the end of the canyon, and this is pretty much where everybody hangs out. You'll see a bunch of motorcycle guys, and I'll stop by and see if there's any cars up here and see what's up. It looks like it's a bunch of motorcycles. I do need to pee so bad, so I'm gonna go off to the side and I'll show you guys where we used to hang out here. Go pee. Go up a little more. Oh, it's closed. Okay, so I'm gonna come pee over here. I gotta pee so bad, and hopefully I don't get a ticket. See right here, this location, this is where we used to hang out. So when you come up in the night, you'll see a lot of cars right here, and there's that patch on the side, and you can see people doing donuts up here. And I never really go up that way, but everybody actually togeys down GMR. This is the most popular way to go through this canyon, is on the downhill. But honestly, I don't like it too much. I feel it's like a lot more dangerous because it's a lot easier for you to understeer. So there's a lot of dirt on this side since it's the side of the mountain, so we have to be very careful. And I already saw 2 or 3 highway patrols, so we got to be not going too fast because they could be just waiting for us. So right now I rev matched to second gear, hold my throttle, hitting the apex. Out of the exit, you punch it. All right, I'm on my brakes now, coming into a downhill turn, holding it, and you see some bicyclists coming down. So just hold it. We're still in second gear, punching it. Brakes. Off the brakes, holding my throttle, going back down the canyon. Now, when we get to the bottom, we're not gonna go ahead and park the car and put the e-brake up because we'll mess up our rotors. The brakes are gonna get hot because we're actually using them here a lot. Just driving the car, letting the brakes cool down before we stop. Hold it. This is so fun. I forget how fun this canyon is. Right here is dangerous. See all that dirt? Oh my goodness. There was a little landslide there. But remember, most importantly, don't cross lanes, guys. I can't stress to say that enough. It's the most dumbest thing you can do. And if you can see, guys, if you guys can look through the window, you can see that I'm holding my position with the steering wheel. I'm not shuffle steering at all. That's what you want to do, guys. But God, this car handles so good with the suspension and tire setup. It feels really tight. I think on the way up, it took me about 9 minutes to get up. So it's like about 9 to 10 minutes. If you're fast, you could probably get up here in 7 minutes. All right, heel toe, second gear. Nice sweeper. This one's clean, so we could actually take this one a little bit. Nice. So like I said, you don't want to, after using your brakes a lot like that, you don't want to come to a complete stop and pull your e-brake because you will mess up your rotors. So let's go ahead and do a little hot lap in third gear. Or not a hot lap, just a quick drive so we don't damage our rotors. These guys are kind of blocking me, so let's see if they move over. And we'll go over that bridge and turn around. I didn't even know there was a bridge over here. I wonder if that's the bridge that leads to nowhere. I've heard there's a bridge that leads to nowhere here. A lot of people go on that hike, which I've wanted to do in a long time. But all right, so we're gonna stop about here and we're gonna adjust the camera once again. All right, so we're gonna go up the canyon, up GMR. I'm gonna be a little more aggressive. All right, guys, so that wraps up this episode. We reviewed GMR, also known as Glendora Mountain Road. I gotta be careful I don't get hit by a car. I'm trying to get the Miata in the background. But this will wrap up this episode. I hope you guys like this content. Comment down below what you think or how we can make it better. I know in the last video when I did a Souza Canyon review, you guys requested that I did some outside shots, but unfortunately I couldn't do it because I'm by myself and I don't want to leave my camera and then someone can just easily snag it. There's a bunch of motorcyclists and bikers out here, so they'll spot it if I leave it behind, and there's like a couple turns before I can even turn around and go pick it up. So that's probably something that we can't do in the future unless someone starts filming with me. That being said, let me know what canyon you guys want me to review. Leave it in the comments down below and I'll check it out. The next canyon I think I'm going to do is Turnbull Canyon, which is located, I think it's City of Industry or Hacienda Heights or something like that. It's another canyon that I like a lot, but that one's pretty dangerous too because there's a lot of houses and people are exiting, so you have to be very careful there. So that wraps up this episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Cars On Board. Also, don't forget to check out our online store. We have key tags, we have stickers, we have even Broadway mirrors. So proceeds to the items that we have on our website, which is located at carsonboardchannel.com. I'll put it right here, and I'll also put it in the description down below, as well as our Instagram. Helps us get out there for travel expenses to feed the crew, for gas to get out there, and hopefully we can make enough revenue where we can fly places and pay for hotels and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.